Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahushai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahushai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahushai, Bahashem Chakudash. I want to give double honor to our elder apostles and elder bishops, great millstone well. Peace and blessings, health and wealth to the house of David the elect. By the way, it is raining, it is lightning. You know, just want to give brothers the heads up. You know, it's raining, it's lightning, and this is beautiful. I think it's beautiful, man. Sometimes, well, first of all, when it's raining, all right, traditionally, the Most High is watering His earth. This is His garden, man. All right, this is His garden. All right, and I even read that research like lightning breaks up nitrates in the rain because the rainwater consists of nitrates, and it basically feeds the soil because the soil, all right, it loves nitrates, all right, and the nitrates is food for plants. So rain and lightning, all right, actually it further feeds His garden. Like I said, the lightning splits up the nitrates in the rain, if I'm not mistaken. All right, you can always look it up. And the nitrates, it feeds, all right, the plant life, the trees, the green life, and in turn that feeds us. It feeds us oxygen and also feeds us vegetation. All right. So furthermore, I want to do a lesson called Kill the Beta. All right, kill the beta. All right. And the reason why I want to do this lesson, all right, because you reflect on, you know, your spirit, you develop as a man, and you realize that there's certain conditionings that you have in Babylon. There's a precondition outside the truth, meaning before you came into the truth, you might have thought a certain way, you might have felt a certain way, you might have had a certain perception on life. All right, but what happens is, all right, you come into this truth, and we become men in this truth. All right, but like I said, Babylon, it conditions you to ultimately be a beta male. All right, just to be frank, it conditions you to be a beta male. All right, with women, to be a beta male just in freaking life, man. All right. But when it comes to this truth, man, the thing that makes you alpha as opposed to beta is that you put this truth over your personal things, over your woman, over everything. And as it says in 1 Ezra 4, that basically women have power over men. Women have power over men, all right? And it tells you that men travel far and abroad and steal and do whatever to go and please the woman. All right, men basically risk their lives and all that to go and please the woman. Men go out of their wits for a woman. And I've come to a personal conclusion. I've come to a conclusion that going out of your wits for a woman makes you lose your rationality. I think it basically being P-whip. But if I had to break it down to a science per se, to something more formal, I think it would be you lose your rationality. Because the thing that makes you a man, all right, is your rationality. But once you lose your rationality, all right, and you put your emotions over your rationality, now you've lost your wits. Now you've lost your wits, man. All right. But the reason I'm doing this lesson called Kill the Beta, because you might have a temptation saying, what if my woman sees me, or what if my woman do this, or I'm supposed to be doing this with the brothers, but my woman want to do this with me, you know? I know I'm supposed to be going to camp again, but my woman starting to complain about me coming to camp, you know? Or you just getting lax with your woman to where you don't want to do the works. All right, well, that's becoming a beta male. All right, if you let your woman, all right, stop you from doing the works, now you're being a beta male. But furthermore, all right, and the Most High hates that. Hey, man, the Most High will smack the fuck out of you, man. All right, and the Most High has a heavy hand. And Scripture says, a prudent man knowing he's slipping. But we have preconditionings in us to where the woman naturally can have rule in your mind on a subconscious level without you consciously being aware or making an effort to allow her to do so. All right? So I keep in mind your woman is not your mother, and even your mother doesn't have rule over you. Your mother can't stop you from doing the works. Even if you're 15, 16, you still gotta study. You still gotta do something, man. Hey, when I was younger, I wasn't in the streets per se. I wasn't in the streets, but shit, I did what I wanted to do. If you want to smoke weed, you smoke weed. I wouldn't. Of course, my mama, being very older lady and traditional, more into the church, of course she wouldn't have me do that. But because I was a teenager, all right, being in the world, being curious about things, yeah, I smoked weed, all right. So basically, when it came to stuff I wanted to do, I did it, all right. When it came to or some girl you like, you trying to feel on some girl, you know what I mean? I did it. I was supposed to do it, but I did it. Rapping, using vulgarity. You weren't supposed to do it, but you did it. So the little sneaky stuff as a teenager, all right, that you were supposed to do, you did it. So how much more on the righteous end? So you better read. You know, if you could go out, and like I said, I'll be a teenager, I still come home late. Some brothers can't do that, they get their butt beat, but I got to a certain age, you know, I just did what I wanted to do. And it wasn't much, you know, could be done about it. So if I could be rebellious or on some deviant stuff on the left hand, hey, sometimes you gotta man up on the right hand. All right? Now that's not to say, you know, F you mom and do this, but hey, when you come into this truth, you become a man. All right? And you have brothers who their mom came to camp trying to figure out, hey, what's going on with my son? Like, why are you here? What are you doing? But eventually those sons they got a roommate. They left their mama house, you know? They left their mama house, you see? But, hey, kill the beta, all right? Your woman don't have precedent over this truth, man, all right? Your woman doesn't have rule over this truth. She doesn't have jurisdiction over this truth, man. We grown, man, with beards on our face, all right? So we can't have, hey, what if, or you out later with the brothers, you know? It's almost like you got a low-key curfew, you know? Sometimes, hey, and like I said, we got preconditionings to where you might have certain things about you. Then on the flip side of that, you can't never not be around your woman. Sometimes you gotta be around your woman to get her that intimacy, that time, all right? But when it comes to this truth, man, if I ain't learned nothing else from being in this truth, if I ain't learned nothing else from being in this truth, man, when it comes to women, all right, it's just that no matter what you got going on, you gotta do the works. Whatever your regimen is, praying, fasting, you gotta do that, man. And I would think if the Most High gives you a woman, you gotta go even harder, because them spirits work with females, man. Because females are our kryptonite. They're, you know, women are like wine, and wine is good because wine helps you relax. It helps you unwind. But you know, wine is also a weakness to men. It's one of the weaknesses mentioned in First Ezra. But an immodest amount of wine can make you lax and lose your edge and make you dull. So you have to know how to be tempered in wine, just like physical wine. You have to learn how to be tempered with the woman who, if she's cool, she got spirit like wine. But Satan can use that lax state against you. But kill the beta is basically what? You putting your purpose over the woman. And that's what makes a man a beta, man. All right? His woman is his number one. All right? But in his truth is your number one. Your works is the number one. All right? And everything else comes afterwards. And you ready to leave anything or allow anything to leave if they can't take that. And if it comes to a young man, all right? All right. Your mom got to know, look, this is my truth. This is not, I ain't going to say my truth, but this is what I believe, you know? Now, you have to be wise, all right? But it comes to a certain point. You know, you got to be ready to, when you're old enough, you got to be ready to go and get a roommate with a brother. If you're, you know, go get your own apartment after a while, you know? But that fear of what if my woman, you know, or I gotta, you know, get my woman. And nah, man, that's a preconditioning of Babylon, because Babylon wants to kill any dominance, especially when it comes to the Israelite. First of all, Babylon wants to kill any dominance, but Satan, all right, Satan, doesn't, he wants to use anything that you love to choke out the truth, man. All right, but we're not here to be mediocre. We're not here to go halfway with the word. We're here to go all in. All right. So part of being a leader and an alpha, because we love that word alpha male, but alpha is really, you got a purpose over everything else. You got a purpose that comes before a woman. You got purpose to come before your kids, purpose to come before your mother, purpose to come before your job, and you stand for that. Because some might think that having multiple women makes you an alpha male. Nah, it's what you put over a woman that makes you an alpha male. All right, it's what you put over a motherfucking woman, man. All right. Some people think that having money and status makes you an alpha male. No, it's what you put over a woman, or I would say over money and status. Because you got a lot of niggas, and now I'm speaking as a man, it's just my own, but you got a lot of niggas in the world, they got money and status, but they got sodomized to get it. They had to wear a dress to get it. So does that make you an alpha male? Integrity makes you a man. You see? What you will say no to, what you will turn down money for, that makes you an alpha male. All right? So I've surmised, I've assessed there's a lot of rich beta males, because you could be tempted with more money. But the Most High might not give you more money because he knows, nah, he can't handle that. All right? You might want more women, but the Most High might not want you to have more women. You might not have a woman because the Most High might say, nah, I want him in a certain spirit, man. All right? But if the Most High feel like, okay, he's a big boy now, I think he can handle a woman, and you got to show him that that's not going to come before the works. You might get more money. You got to show you how about Shema Shai. It's not going to be coming for the works. Because if it does, it is beta, man. But even serving somebody else before Yahweh Shema Shai, because we only serve Yahweh Shai. Everything else we leave, man. So anything else we start to serve, and it shows because it shirks your duty. All right? That's the beta. But with that, I hope you brothers and sisters were edified. Once again, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Shema Shai, Bashar Akakodash, the honors our elder apostles, elder bishops, great millstone, well. Peace and blessings, health and wealth to the house of David, the elect, Abba, come out, Shalom.